So a little while back, we were led to believe that Ubisoft was going to remake Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and while that's one of my favorite AC games, I can't help but wonder why. And if they did, will it be just a rogue remaster, not much done or added, just an excuse to charge more money? AC4 is 10 years old now, which is crazy to say, but does it really need a remake or even a remaster? I don't really think so. Remasters especially are kind of meant to either slightly update a very old game or preserve a game. Like, let's say you couldn't get Black Flag on the PS5 or the Series X, but you can. So remaster, it seems a little weird. And this game, for its age, it looks fine and plays well and is accessible, like I said, on all platforms, even the Switch. So what's the reason here? Is it because Skull and Bones is coming out and they know it's not going to sell and they want to capitalize on maybe one of their best-selling AC games? Maybe. Because I just don't get it. Well, I think if done right, it could be great, especially if they did what they kind of did with AC3, remastering Liberations, like adding more stuff than just buying, the straight-up game, maybe give us a remastered Freedom Cry, but still, even then, does it need it? No. If there was an Assassin's Creed game that should get a remake, at the moment, it would be Assassin's Creed 1. And you think that that's what they would do, especially after releasing Mirage and its return to roots promise, which it did do in a way. And since they're still doing RPG Assassin's Creed games, why not remake the OG? You can't get closer to the roots than with the original game. While I'd still want the same voices and stuff, there's a lot they could do with an Assassin's Creed 1 remake, expand the map and put more depth in it, and if you do change the voices, you could add more story if there's more story to tell, like adding the Chronicle stuff or some of the in-betweens between Revelations. Flesh out the simple but fun, in my opinion, mechanics, and obviously improve the overall gameplay. Make the kingdom more interesting, because that's boring as hell. They don't really need to turn it into a 100-hour slog, but still, even if they redo the voices, like I said, and add to the story and do side missions, as long as it keeps the overall vibe of the original game, but improves it, then why not? I mean, I doubt they'd do that. And if they didn't want to do an AC1 remake, then why not actually remake the Ezio trilogy? The trilogy that the fans still talk about to this day. Now, you for sure can't replace the voices in those games, especially Ezio, as it's iconic. But to turn the trilogy, even into one big game where it just goes from game to game to game, you don't have to, start, with the trilogy, you have to start up each game or whatever from the hub. Just have it, go as one consistent story or something and just, again, touch it up, overhaul the graphics, mechanics. That would be pretty sick, and a game I'd even buy. I mean, the trilogy still holds up fairly well today, but it can be, improved more on the graphical and mechanical side of things, especially, too. So what I'm really getting at here is that those are games that they should be, looking at. I'm more of the camp of an AC1 remake before touching Black Flag. Like I said, especially Assassin's Creed 1, as it's obviously the most dated game in the series, and, well, I just don't think Black Flag is dated enough to do that. And if they, for some reason, do that, I fear it's just going to be like a small remaster that they charge like $40 for, and I already have Black Flag on my Series X and my Switch. I'm not going to want to spend $30 to $40 because of lighting improvements, And while I have a copy of the OG Assassin's Creed and the trilogy, if they did that right, because there's a lot they could do right with that, I would buy it, because it could be a slightly different experience with the same things that I love about those games. Nowadays, I know people are sick of remakes and remasters, and I understand why, but I think if done right, it can be really great. I am of the camp of remakes and remasters, not to be the only thing that we get throughout the year, but we have some pretty good examples. Like I said, if done right, it puts a new light on a game that is either not accessible or updates and makes it better to play for years to come. Look at the Resident Evil remakes. I mean, we just got the Resident Evil 4 remake, and it's amazing. Those are great. I think Mafia 1, the Definitive Edition, was pretty good. That was pretty sick. Even the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom remaster was pretty sick. Say what you will, but that was awesome. I'm of the camp, if done right, remakes and remasters are dope, but that's if it's done right, which a lot of game studios don't like to do that for some reason, sadly, like GTA. Or even the Rogue remaster coming off as just a straight up cash grab, essentially, and even a little bit of the AC3 remake. I mean, I kind of like the remake. I don't know, it has its ups and downs. All in all, if they do a Black Flag remake or a remaster, I hope it's a remake, not a cash grab remaster, but in all honesty, I think they should do Assassin's Creed 1, but that's just me. But But anyways, what do you think? Would you love to see Assassin's Creed get a remake and just brought into some new light? Mainly just updating the graphics, gameplay, maybe adding some stuff and some new mechanics, and just fixing the overall game? Or would you really just take a Black Flag remaster? Let me know in the comments below, but that's all I got for you today. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe to see more stuff I have done. But anyways, thanks for coming, and thanks for watching.